currently waiting for our taxi to take us to the cruise port. It is about 12:10. We've always tried to get to the cruise port as early as we possibly could, but this time around we're doing it a little later, between 12:30 and 1 o'clock, because it's New York and we wanted to explore New York. So we will be heading to the cruise port in a couple minutes. And that's our ship right there.
This one?
Yeah, that's our ship.
For how many days you going?
26.
26 days?
Yes.
We going a different state?
We are going to Atlantic Canada, Greenland and Iceland.
And back.
And back.
So it's 14 days to Iceland and then 12 days back to New York.
Okay. And then go to Canada.
Yes. So because we arrived at the port at such a later time than we normally do, we just had to go through security, fill out the Canadian customs form for Atlantic Canada, and then we didn't have to sit down and wait to be called. We just get to go walk on board, and that's so exciting. This way, thank you. Hello. For sure.
You're heading to the Stardust Theater. Head all the way to the front. Stardust Theater, scan the cruise right there.
Okay, thank you. So first stop on the ship was our room, but that wasn't ready yet. So then we went somewhere to eat, and everybody's raving about ocean. So we are ordering from here. So what did you end up ordering?
Fish and chips.
And I got the pretzel bites. Oh, the guy this morning, if you look at the H&M over there, he was talking about that's where the ball drops on New Year's Eve.
Speaking of the navigational bridge, if I can have your undivided attention at this time, we have had a technical failure on one of the pools, and for the safety of our guests and crew, Coast Guard has decided that we have to return back to the port in order to have safe sailings for the rest of our cruise. Systems are in progress of restoring, but we need to make sure that everything is safely restored. As of now, 2 tugboats will bring us back to the pier, and we will keep you informed. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we have had a technical failure on one of the boats, and for the safety of our guests and crew, Coast Guard has decided that we have to return back to the port in order to have safe sailings for the rest of the cruise. Systems are in progress of restoring, but we need to make sure that everything is safely restored. As of now, 2 tugboats will bring us back to the pier, and we will keep you informed. Thank you for your attention, and we will have a great cruise. This was gentlemen, once again, your cruise director Jamie with an update to all of our guests. In about 15 minutes time, 2 tugboats will assist us to come alongside, and also a docking master will be coming to the ship to assist us for the operation. In the meantime, as I said before, our hard-working engineers are working on restoring all systems, including air conditioning and water, which should be back in a few minutes. Once again, I will keep you informed and posted on all the information that you need to know about our current situation.
So when I went inside to look in the toilet, because I had to go to the bathroom, it was black. That sound we heard flushing, black stuff came to the top. So the ship does not have power, which means the elevators aren't working properly, and neither are the toilets. They don't know how long this will last, and I am on my way to find a bathroom that's not in my stateroom. So a small success, I just found a toilet that doesn't flush black, so I know which one to use. It's deck 7, front of the ship.
Director Jamie here. We would like to inform you that the docking pilot is now on board, and tugboats are assisting as we are getting ready for our operation to return to the pier. This will be happening at around 6 p.m. due to the tight conditions. In the meantime, please know that cooking operations are temporarily paused, which means dinner service will commence a little later than originally scheduled. We sincerely apologize for this inconvenience and appreciate your patience and understanding. Again, I will continue to keep you informed with all and any further updates.
Okay, so we can only eat bread, soup, and salad because of the technical difficulty, and they don't know how long it's going to be until the appetizers and the main entrees and the desserts are ready.
Dr. Jamie here once again with an update. As you can see, the tugboats have arrived, and with the assistance of our docking pilot, we are now beginning to maneuvering operations to return to the pier. We are also happy to inform to all of our guests that cooking operations have resumed, and our restaurants are now ready to welcome all guests for dinner. Thank you for your attention, and once again I will be coming back with more announcements.
Okay, so power just went out, but they are bringing the tugboats here, but I'm not sure if they turned off the power for the tugboats, but the emergency lighting is on. But I think it's a good improvement that it's at full dinner service.
Your cruise director Jamie here with an update of our current situation. At the moment, due to current wind and the sea conditions, we are waiting for the natural elements to assist us in completing our docking maneuver safely to approach the pier. Everyone here on the bridge is working hard to make sure that everything is done on a safely matter. Thank you for your attention.
As promised, we would like to keep everyone informed with the latest updates. As you can see, we are now safely back alongside the pier. The next step in our procedure is to welcome the Coast Guard on board to carry out the necessary checks. At this time, shore leave is not permitted as the terminal is not yet prepared to receive guests. We appreciate your understanding and cooperation. Right now, I'll pass the microphone to the cruise director to give you an update on the entertainment part.
Ladies and gentlemen, due to the earlier power interruption, tonight's scheduled show will not be canceled but has been rescheduled to 9 p.m. Once again, we would like to thank you for your patience and for sailing with us. We remain committed to ensuring you have a pleasant and enjoyable evening on board. Thank you for your attention, and we'll see you around. Goodbye.
So dinner tonight was good, but I eat very little. And the portion was even too little for me. I don't know if that has to do with the mechanical failure, but I ordered chicken piccata, I think, and I got 6 pieces of noodles and a very small piece of chicken was really good, just really small. So I'm hoping that portion sizes eventually will be bigger. So there's a tiny bit of good news. The water in our toilet is no longer black, so that's good. Anybody else I asked, their toilet didn't have black water. So my bathroom problem is now solved. So I thought I'd give you guys a quick room tour. If we stay on this cruise longer, I will give you a more thorough tour of how we laid everything out for a whole month, but I'm not unpacking anymore until I know more information. All I've unpacked is my clothes, and that's it. So we have our life jackets here. This is the door to where you come in. Safe is here, and then the closet is here. I've hung up all my clothes. We didn't really have enough hangers. That's for laundry. And then I have some dresses there. Can't really see that well. And then my pants are over there. And no, sorry, my sweaters are over there. Pants are over there. And then that will be for like socks and underwear and stuff. And then in here I put my stuff in my GoPro. And then this one is still empty. And then in that one, my dad put some of his stuff. We ordered a lot of water. So some of the water is up there. And it used to be there and over here. But I put it in my suitcase, which is under the bed. And my backpack is currently empty. Then I just have my GoPro charging stuff over here. There's the hairdryer. We brought that fan, haven't had to use it yet. We also brought this just to keep our stuff organized. The bathroom is really nice. Here's the toilet. I won't show you the inside of it. Still has black markings in it. And then there's a door that can close. And then here's the sink. It's a nice little area. This was in my backpack, so I've unpacked it. It's my toothbrush and all that kind of stuff. And there's shelving there. And then here's the shower. I think it's a pretty decent size shower. And then here are the two beds. This door is a connecting door to the next room. Here's this stuff. My dad's putting a suitcase there. Here's this couch. It can come into another bed, and so you can sleep 3 people in this room. This room number is 10-528, and then here is the balcony. There's our view from New York. We still have not docked, or we still have not left the dock yet. We are here. We are docked for the second time. And I honestly don't know what's going to happen. I've heard rumors that we're definitely going to disembark, but at the same time, like, where's everybody going to go? The cruise ends in Iceland, so people have plans in Iceland. So I don't know what they're going to do with everyone. And then I've heard true things that people got stuck in the elevator. And a crew member even told me he got stuck in the elevator. I'll show you on my phone. There's like some polls going around. It's really neat, actually. People are putting this poll out. Let's guess the outcome. Set sail tonight, overnight in NYC, 2 nights in NYC, canceled cruise, couple days in NYC, 1 night at the Plaza Hotel, the finest in New York. I did not vote, but if I would have to guess, I would say we're either going to spend a night or a couple days. I don't think they would cancel it, but who knows? It's a 2-week cruise, so I really have no idea what could happen. This is kind of feeling like that documentary, The Poop Cruise, and I only say that because the toilets were black. And everything stopped, but I'm thankful that it was when we were literally like right beside the dock and not in the middle of the ocean. But hopefully we can get sailing again soon.
The captain speaking from the bridge with an important update. We are currently in the process of obtaining clearance from the Coast Guard to ensure a safe departure. And the current provides us a window of opportunity. Thank you for your understanding and cooperation.
at least making sure that everything is under control. I have to tell you, this gentleman today has been running from A to B and Z and D, and he is a non-stop, making sure that everybody feels comfortable even when there are challenges. Ladies and gentlemen, your general manager all the way from USA, Mr. Tony!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to New York. We thoroughly apologize. Things happened. Engineering are working very hard. Captain is aware of everything. He just made a nice announcement, and we're in for a great cruise. Greenland is wonderful, and Iceland is so exciting. Canada. So enjoy whatever we have to offer. We are happy to have you on board. Welcome. Thank you so much.
I've been up since about 3:30 this morning, and I've been told we'll be going past the Statue of Liberty at 12:30 a.m. So I think I am just going to head to bed and hopefully catch it on the way back to New York. Might have been some baby dolphins.
See right here.
Oh yeah, there they are.
Has to have their safety training, and everybody has a position, specific position, a specific duty in case of an emergency. To the question if crew members are allowed to go ashore on the port days, what do you think the answer is? Yes. Yes, we can go ashore, but there is only one day where you are not allowed to go ashore, and it's when it's your IPM color. So every single person on board has a different color, right? We have orange, blue, green, and red, right? If it's your color, you are not allowed to go ashore, because if there is an emergency on board, we need to have a certain amount of crew members ready to respond. However, there is always a curve to the law, right? So you can swap your IPM. So usually crew members that like to really go out are looking for the ones that never go out, and then you can always swap your color and go ashore. If you want to cross-train to another department, you will also have the chance to do that. For example, Ronnie, once again. Ronnie, how long have you been with us now?
1 month and 10 days.
1 month and 10 days. Ladies and gentlemen, I have to tell you, how many of you were here for trivia? Did it look like he was new? No, right? Well, he comes from, you were on? Gali. So he cross-trained, he had a cross-train, and then we were looking for someone. He had already done his cross-training. He came for a trial period, and we decided to keep him because he's very good. So everybody has the chance here to grow in the company. And we have different contracts on board. So for example, if you are a crew member, you're going to be, the majority of crew members are here for 6 months, so they are 6 months on and 2 months off. The deck and engine officers are, I always say, they're part of the inventory because they have to know the ship very well. For this reason, they're going to be working 10 weeks on, and then they have 10 weeks off. The reason why, you have to have another officer that comes and takes over from you and knows the ship. So those officers are on the same ship from 3 to 5 years on the same ship, so that they know the ship, that if something happens, then you know everything, right? And that is for the officers on deck and engine. And also for our general manager, for example, he needs to own the ship. He needs to know the ship, or she needs to know the ship. For all the other crew members, we rotate around. For the officers, we have 4 months on and 2 months off. And when it comes to concessions, they can do up to 8 months on and 3 months off. And this is the way the different contracts work.
So as you have already seen, I was at the seminar of how to run a floating hotel, and you've seen some of that. And then right after that was a Wheel of Fortune interactive game show, and I won this Wheel of Fortune tumbler, and I was the fastest guesser in round 4, and that's how I won it. Right now I am gonna do some diamond painting. This is complimentary and it's a nice looking sailboat. And then in an hour there is a Canada lecture, which I am going to that and looking forward to learning more about what we can expect in Halifax. Diamond painting was fun. I did not finish. They only allotted half an hour for it, but they did say you can stay as long as you like. But there is a lecture on Canada in 20 minutes and I wanted to make it to that. So I'm currently walking back to my room to put my diamond painting away, and then I'm gonna get a spot in the theater for the show. Look how gorgeous the entrance to the theater is. It is so beautiful.
This is a historic place for the Titanic. Halifax played a central role in the aftermath of the RMS Titanic disaster on April 15, 1912. Okay, so while the ship sank about 700 nautical miles east of Newfoundland, Halifax became the main recovery port for many victims. Did you guys know that? Okay, good. You know your history, I'm impressed.
As you are all aware, we departed New York late last night. Due to the strong counter-currents, we have been unable to maintain our planned speed. As a result, our estimated arrival in Halifax will be now at 11 a.m. tomorrow. To allow you ample time to enjoy the port, our stay in Halifax will be extended by 1 hour. We truly regret any inconvenience this adjustment may cause, and thank you for your continued understanding and cooperation.
So as you just heard from that announcement, we are now going to be in Halifax from 11 to 5 instead of 7 to 4, which means we only lose 1 hour more than we were supposed to be there. I still need to look at what we're doing tomorrow and see if that needs to change in any way. And the food for supper tonight, my portion was fine, but my dad's, it basically looked like his potatoes were like a cookie scoop of mashed potatoes, and then he got some fish, and that was super small. But he said he was full in the end because he ended up eating 4 buns. And so the waiter came and asked us how everything was, and I was like, we were commenting on how small the portions are, and he was like, yeah, they're supposed to be that small. Would you like another one? And my dad did not want another one. He just said no. So now we know that there are small portions, and so we always knew that you could always order multiple entrees, appetizers, desserts, but now we can just order more if we're still hungry. So this evening we went to a magic show. That was really cool. I really enjoyed that. And then there was Deal or No Deal, and as an audience member you could play along. I believe I won an instant win prize, which is anywhere between $100 and $200, I think. And then I also won a free photo that I can purchase later on the cruise. And then I just finished Majority Rules game show, and I hope you all enjoyed watching this crazy start to the cruise and the first sea day. And I'm signing off for this video, and I will see you next time in Halifax.